Welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is and this is my review of Dream Home. Dream Home's reputation precedes it. Before I had even seen Dream Home, I had said that it would be hard for me to dislike it for several reasons. First reason, Ho-Cheung. For me personally, he's pretty much surpassed Johnny To in terms of local film quality. I knew that Dream Home was going to be really nasty. I'm figuring category 3.9. I really like Dream Home, partially because it was really nasty. It was profane, it was crass, it was bitter, and it was also touching. I don't mean inappropriate touching. I mean emotionally. Dream Home starts with a scene that to me is much more psychologically violent than physically violent. Although other people, one of whom was sitting next to me, disagreed. The film does a really good job of juggling hope and misery, and alternates human resolve and psychosis, showing us how thin that line can actually be. The story revolves around a very common need here in Hong Kong. People want to buy a home, and often they can't afford it. Most people will work really hard, but in this movie, someone resorts to a slightly different approach to get the home of their dreams. The people in this movie are all very human, and they act in ways that are unglamorous, unappealing, and very believable. It's kind of nice to watch people on screen that could be real humans. It's nice to watch them get dispatched by methods that are so foul, cruel, and bad-tempered that you start to wonder about the people that made the film. Now, I've almost always been able to view screen violence with a kind of detachment. I tend to look at it as a technical endeavor and wonder, okay, how did they achieve that? That being the case, Dream Home gave me an awful lot to think about. Maybe because I know it isn't real, I can kind of really enjoy the black humor of violence. Maybe that makes me a sick person, I don't know. When my mother gets out of prison, I'll ask her. Anyway, as a result, during the squeamish bits, while the rest of the people in the cinema were screaming, I was laughing. I don't think that makes me a bad person. Don't ask me how I know this, but the nastiness and the gore in Dream Home is actually very understated. It's not anatomically correct. If it were, it would be not only grossly more horrific, it would actually become difficult to film it. The human body contains 5 to 6 liters of blood, under 2 to 3 foot-pounds of pressure. Rupture the containment mechanisms, such as organs or veins or things of that nature, and blood gets everywhere. More than a gallon if you do it right. So Dream Home, in that sense, is not anatomically correct. It's still pretty friggin' nasty, though. These murders that you observe are actually rather unsettling because it's happening to people that seem so normal and everyday. And by watching them getting killed in very outlandish fashion, it makes it that much worse, and I really loved it. One image that really made me uncomfortable was based on prior knowledge. For a reaction shot, Fat Chan took a shot to the because the director wanted him to get the correct expression of nausea and agony. So there are really only 2 ways it could have happened. 1, he didn't know about it, so when Conroy hit him, he responded. Or 2, he knew it was going to happen and did it anyway, in which case they must have been an easy target because they'd have to be pretty big. Either way, Fat Chan deserves an award and a bag of ice. I'd also like to, uncharacteristically, give thanks to China, because without China, there wouldn't be any nudity in this movie. 2 women in this film get naked, and they both happen to speak Mandarin. More importantly, neither of them wax. God bless category 3. What I like most about Dream Home is the titties, that it succeeds as a film in multiple ways. It's topical, it's thought-provoking, prurient, it's enchanting, it's entertaining, and it's unsettling. It refuses to reconcile its contradictions, leaving that up to the viewer. The fact that it doesn't dictate your emotional response is very refreshing. Watch Dream Home. You may not enjoy it completely, but it will make an impression on you, and it will give you something to think about. I want you to be able to watch it because you bought it, not because you downloaded it. Don't download movies. Don't be a douchebag. Buy a DVD, buy a Blu-ray. Be a decent person. If you enjoy this review, please leave me a comment. You didn't enjoy the review, leave me a comment. If you really like these reviews, I'd appreciate a subscription. Thanks for watching.